back to BT. We wish you a happy holidays. We also wish you a safe holidays. And that's why we brought in Lonnie Peters Lowen to talk a little bit from Red River Mutual about light safety. This is a big issue. People may not realize it, but there's a number of things we need to keep in mind. First off, inspecting our lights before we start putting them up.
Well, that's right. This is how most of us start our lighting projects.
Yep, looks like that.
We've got to untangle the big mess of lights that we just threw into storage last year. It's not fun, but it's a perfect opportunity to really carefully look over your lights and look for cracks, frayed wires, broken light sockets, any signs at all of wear or overheating.
Okay.
And if you find any problems, these items need to be replaced right away.
Okay, so it's not a thing where I can patch it up myself or I can make do. We're getting rid of the old ones and getting the new ones in.
That's right.
Okay, and
Certainly.
then we want to look for a couple of things when it comes to shopping for our lights, including these symbols on the back.
That's right. When you're buying lights or cords, you want to look for the CSA symbol on the box, or the tag on the light cord has that too. Now that logo proves that the items have been tested and they meet Canadian safety standards. So you're going to find cheaper options on the shelf, but you don't want to bring a potential electrical hazard into your home.
It is so not worth the risk, no question. Okay, then we want to make sure that we're putting things together properly when it comes to our display, and that includes how many plugs we've got in the outlet.
That's right. When you're setting up your lights and decorations, you want to be careful not to overload electrical outlets. This can cause loose connections, overheating, and fire. So you don't want to see 6 or 8 cords all coming from one plug.
All right.
You want to plan for your power needs when you're setting up an area, and try to spread things out if you can.
And so I should be thinking, if I need multiple outlets, I should be thinking of a power bar with a surge protector?
Yep, again, always CSA approved. That's good equipment to extend your power in an area for you.
Speaking of extending, we want to talk extension cords. People may not realize that I have to be very specific when it comes to planning out what I need and then purchasing them.
That's right. A lot of the elaborate displays we see use extension cords. So you want to make sure that you're using the correct one classified for indoor or outdoor use.
Okay, and it'll say on the packaging?
That's right. Yeah,
okay.
They are designed differently.
How so?
Well, it's thicker wire insulation. They'll run a little warmer for indoor, outdoor. You can visually tell the size of the plug, 2-prong, 3-prong. So there's a few things to consider there.
Okay.
But you don't want to string a bunch together to make one long cord.
Okay, why not?
It leaves you with a number of connection points, and that's where you can have a failure.
That's where you have that vulnerability every time you have a break in the wire there. So I got to make sure I'm doing the right kind and the right length when I run them, because we're talking about a very serious issue. How do we illustrate to people how important it is to think about their light displays?
Right. Well, 60% of fires involving Christmas lights are caused by some kind of electrical failure. So you really need to be careful during the holidays to help protect your home.
Well, as we saw earlier, when it comes to a Christmas tree that's dried out, that's not being cared for properly, it can go up almost instantly.
That's right.
And that's at a time when every single second counts.
Yeah, the lights are a big part of an ignition source in your home or on a tree.
Quickly, before I let you go, Lonnie, I want to talk about extension cords running across the floor. I want to make sure they're at high traffic areas.
That's right. Yeah, if you're using extension cords indoors, keep them away from the foot traffic, and never run them under carpets or put mats over top.
Why not? Wouldn't that be safer so people don't trip on them?
Well, it's going to restrict the air circulation around that cord and cause overheating, which could lead to a fire.
Okay, there's a number of things we need to keep in mind because we want everyone to have a happy holidays. Most importantly, we want everybody to have a safe holiday. It's always nice to see you, Lonnie.
All right.
Going to put the links and the information on breakfasttelevision.ca. We're going to take a break. There's plenty still to come today on BT.